Mr. Deputy Chairman, first of all, I think this whole House, the sentiment seems to be to compliment Mr. Chandrasekhar for thinking of this, articulating it, and producing a bill. The best way to understand the bill is to read the objects and reasons, and that's on page 6 of his bill, where, of course, the object is to declare Pakistan as a terror, promoting or sponsoring state. But the 4 reasons he has given of how disappointed we are with what Pakistan is doing, because my predecessor speaker spoke about calibrating. I wonder whether we are long past that time. When partition was created, the hope was that Pakistan, the elements who constituted Pakistan, the leadership, they would work for peace with India now that they have got a separate country. That didn't happen. In fact, I say that if you read the Indian Independence Act debate of the British Parliament, which created Pakistan, they said, the speakers after speakers said in that debate, and this was endorsed by the government, then British government, that the aim is to create a Muslim-governed Pakistan and a Hindu-governed India, which led Ambedkar to say, let us have a population exchange. But all of us, most of India, particularly the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi, it was felt that would be wrong and that we should continue with the experiment of trying to live in peace with all communities. But over a period of time, we have found this has become increasingly difficult. In 1971, we were compelled to break Pakistan into 2 because of the fact that a heavy burden was imposed on us because of the internal conflict. So question now will become, how do we deal with this question of Pakistan now? We have tried during the 10 years of UPA, all this calibration, all we got is more terrorist attacks. Some relief has come after the surgical strike by our government, but that's not enough. We need a much more macro surgical strike for that which we have to prepare. Today, in fact, yesterday, Mr. Chandrasekhar just informed me and he showed me the publication. The United States Senate is, one of the senators introduced a bill to declare Pakistan as a terror sponsor state. It's not only we who think it is. The biggest patron of Pakistan today thinks there are people who are lawmakers there who think that is so. And with now Mr. Trump becoming president, it's just possible that they will all go in that direction. We are the ones who are the affected people. How many incidents have taken place? So what is the answer? Each time you can't say peace, peace, peace. There has to be at some stage a retaliation. And the first retaliation, in my opinion, would be if the government is ready to do it by executive action, as Mr. Tulsi had suggested, or by seeing the sentiment in this House, accept this bill or say that we will come forth with our own bill in this matter or a statement in the House. I would like to say that one of the greatest tributes to India's what they call as compositive culture is that the founder of Pakistan, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, he had only one daughter. She chose to live in India. She made a public statement disowning Pakistan. And her only son today is one of our prominent industrialists. So this itself is something that we have not publicized, but it's something that bothers Pakistan, which keeps referring to it time and again. This shows that ultimately the civilian society in Pakistan may be for India, but the fact is that the civilian society doesn't run Pakistan. There may be an election and there may be an elected government, but ultimately it is the military, the ISI and the terrorists. And today, with IS coming into on its own as an identity, there is a vast influx of ISI's people into Pakistan. And that is spilling over into India today. We saw that in Lucknow, we saw that in Bhopal, we are seeing this in Kerala, we are seeing it in Ramanathapuram, Tamil Nadu. And IS is very clear that India has to be converted into a caliphate, whether they succeed or not, but they are going to try, and therefore you have to prepare for it. We may again be forced to intervene in Pakistan's structure, like we did in the time of Bangladesh. There are states within Pakistan who don't want to remain anymore with Pakistan, like Baluchistan. There are movements in Sindh. It may be one of these days, it might become necessary for us to enforce, like we did in the case of Bangladesh, Pakistan into 4 separate countries. So to reduce the hotbed, the basis for Pakistan terrorism, namely what is now called as Punjab in Pakistan. So it is no more now question of debating and looking for conciliatory approaches. We have tried everything. Today we have nothing but to take action. And what kind of action? The first signal that will be is if the United States is doing this, we can coordinate with the United States. Of course, the Israelis are very good friends despite some ideological problems of the people on that side. But the fact is that they have been supportive of us. They have been helping us against fighting against terrorism. So United States, Israel and India become natural partners in dealing with this terrorism. And therefore, I would say, very strongly recommend our government that on the basis of what the facts assembled by Mr. Chandrasekhar, let us move forward, declare Pakistan as a terror-sponsoring state, and remove the most favored nation clause that we have given them for trading. Today, Pakistan cement comes here at a price lower than our own cement manufacturers. They are dumping cement here. There are so much trade where they are benefiting by it. This money then ultimately gets funneled into the military and from there to terrorism. So it is about time for us to stop talking in terms of all this goody-goody stuff, having their cinema stars come here, playing cricket. These are all over. They are not going to produce results. They just make a mockery. They make fun of us on this issue. What we need to do is take a hard look at Pakistan and see whether this state deserves to exist in this present form. And for that, the first step will be declaring it as a terror sponsoring state. Thank you.
Hey, chai wale. 56 इंच का सीना रखने से कुछ नहीं होता, 4 इंच का दिल रख ले तो वो मर्द कहलाता है।